Today marks day one, or no, excuse me. Around like 9 or 10 o'clock tonight, it'll be like 48-hour mark. But most people don't know this about me. A lot of people close to me do. But even through having the same Facebook page for the last, I don't know, I've had it since 2010, last 13 years. I've never really said anything about this, but I am a recovering drug addict. There's a reason I look this terrible. And no, I wasn't on drugs. Haven't been for a long time, but I haven't really ever talked about it, and it's not because I'm ashamed of it, but I already get enough judgment for who I am, the loudmouth that I am, all the kids that I have, and rocking the boat with the whole school stuff. It's just something I didn't want to add to it because people like to be in your business. But I've been on Suboxone for 12 years. Before that, my addiction was just pain pills. I never took it past that. I never, never put anything in my arms, nothing like that. I'm not hating on the people that did. I'm just saying I never took it that far. I watched, my mother did, and it scarred me for life. But I was on, Percocets. I was prescribed them, and I didn't know anything about methadone at the time, 15 years ago. But when I went to go get off of them, they were like, no, we put people on methadone around here, and that was upstate South Carolina. And methadone ruined my life. I mean, they were trying to put me on 180, 90 milligrams of methadone, and I was already on 170, and I followed the program, what the doctor said. I passed on my drug test. My kids are all clean. My house is good, and they still took my kids into foster care. They put them into an abusive foster care system and moved them 4 different times and separated my 3 boys, because that's what I had at the time, Jaden, James, and Chris. And it was horrible, and it took me 11 months with a lawyer fighting tooth and nail against DSS to get my kids back. And even the day I got them back, I got full custody back, they were still trying to say I was on drugs. And I went to behavioral health services every month and paid for a urine on my own, 4 hair strand tests, 4 alcohol tests in between those 11 months, all overlapping each other, and they still tried to say I was on drugs and not to give me my kids back because the system is corrupt. I mean, the person that did all that was the caseworker in Pickens County, and guess what? Now she's the head director of DSS in Greenville County. So, there you go. I think I ended up running into her years later, and it was like a New Year's Eve thing at one of the bars, and she was out with her girlfriends. But, I played it cool and whatever because I wasn't going to say anything mean to her, but she ruined my kids' lives when they were younger. It took me a year of therapy to get them to call me mom, because every time they called me mom instead of Stephanie, they got beat by the foster care parents they were with. And she knew all about it. That's the fucked up part. She kept trying to move my kids. She'd have these emergency hearings to move my kids, and she wouldn't tell me why. And I found out once I got my kids back that it was because they were being corporally punished. But she knew what was going on, and she took them from a loving, caring home for no reason because I pissed her off. She lied on paperwork. She surpassed the whole doctor boundary confidentiality whole HIPAA thing, and see, I didn't know anything about this until later, and there's nothing I could do to sue her or get her back. And then she became the director of DSS. So, once I end up posting these videos, I don't care if you see this, because I am good now. I haven't been doing anything. I've been taking care of my kids like I'm supposed to. I got sole custody with visitation at my discretion from the fathers. I have everything I need. I am legally binding these kids as parents, and there's nothing nobody can do about it. Or parent, whatever. But I'm making these videos as I go along because, I have been on Suboxone for 12 years. Once I got my kids back and I did all that, and I got sober and I kicked it, and there was years later where I relapsed, but instead of relapsing and doing what I did, I didn't go get help from behavioral health services. I took it upon myself and found a program that worked for me. Because some parents who are in addiction or active addiction, you can't just run off to fucking rehab and leave your kids to fend for themselves and your bills to be like, deuces, y'all figure it out till I get back. It don't work that way. And if you do the program right for Suboxone, it works. But it's still a shit show because the government designed it to be 10 times more addictive than any fucking opioid you'd be taking on the street 9 times out of 10. And it's very hard to get off of. Instead of the 4 to 7 days it takes to usually kick pills and dope and shit, it takes weeks, at least 2, before you start feeling normal. And I am in 48 hours. I've been on 2 milligrams for the last 4 years, just dying to come off of it because I'm tired of my teeth getting bad because it ruins your ibuprofen ruins your teeth. Ruins your teeth. I'm here to tell you. See, I got pretty teeth. Not right now. I'm gonna have them brush them today, but it ruins your teeth. My back molars I've had to cut them out over the years because that they get ruined. But either way, it's something that will help you if you do it right. but you do need to come off of it, because usually when people go on it, it's because their life sucks. It's because they're in a bad place and they need help and they're trying to find out how to do it. And so, they found a way to do it and still function and still take care of their day-to-day routines. But once you do get good, once you do get in a spot where you're okay, yes, I highly recommend coming off of it. And that's exactly what I'm doing. My kids are with their dad until Monday. My mom is here, and it was like I went to go take it this morning because I usually take it every night, so I didn't take it last night. And I thought to myself, I put it under my tongue and my teeth started aching the minute I did it. And I hate that part. But, I kept thinking, why not now? Why not now? Now or never. So I spit that shit out, and it's now. And I'm going into the 48-hour mark. I think in about a week, and I'll be past this whole part. I'll still feel like shit, but I'm dying to wake up without rolling over and needing something and feeling withdrawal, because I'm on such a low dose that the minute I stop taking it, I feel like crap, and I'm sick of it. I'm 38 years old, and I think I've got PTSD from when I came off of it, methadone. That was the worst experience of my life. I mean, it took 3 weeks before the withdrawal to even stop, because they had me on such a high dose. And the day they took my kids is the day I quit cold turkey, because that's the reason they took my kids. And even though I was going to a doctor and I was doing what I was supposed to do, God, I felt horrible, they still did what they did, and they hurt my kids. So no one's going to hurt my kids no more. No one's going to hurt me no more. But this is something I'm going to share step by step, and once I'm done, I cannot wait to be on the other side and have this weight lifted. I also have this fear that, with the way our government's going and the way our world is right now, who's to say they're not going to shut off our Medicaid? Who's to say they're not going to just take that shit away? I do not want to be caught with my pants on and 5 kids fucking dope sick because I didn't get my medication, because I can't afford it financially. Hell no. Not going to lie. Cannot afford that shit out of pocket. They make it way too expensive. So if I lose all that, what am I going to do? Be stuck? No, I'm not going to do that. So it's now or never. Oh my God, it hurts. I mean, I've got clonidine to take to help with the withdrawals, but this shit sucks. I'm not going to lie. It's horrible. They make it this way. They make it so you don't want to come off of it. But I cannot wait to be on the other side. I've been seeing all these videos, because your friend listens to you. I've been seeing all these videos lately of these stories about people getting off of it and stuff, and I'm just envious of that shit. I am so jealous. So I'm doing it. Day 2, we're doing it.